few of you guys sent a story to me on Instagram. I really don't understand that, right? Like, you got wrongfully convicted and you did 16 years in prison. Come out. A few years later, you put it all on the line for a traffic stop? People are upset. They're protesting. They're in an uproar. What video was they watching? Hey man, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you like, share, subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section, and let me know what you think about this video in the comments. With that said, let's get into it.
Released within the past hour, we're going to walk you through this dash cam video and the body camera video of what happened during this traffic stop. This is the start of the deputy's dash camera video. You can see Cure's truck pass the deputy on the left. The deputy then followed Cure's truck to pull him over, saying he was going over 100 miles an hour. It takes about a minute to pull him over.
Get out! Put your hands back here. I ain't doing it. Put your hands back here.
The deputy then demands Cure to get out of the car. Cure says he didn't do anything. The deputy and Cure start to argue there. The deputy then threatens to tase Cure if he does not follow directions. The two arguing there on the side of the highway. Then this happens.
You are under arrest for speeding and reckless driving.
I'm not driving. Nobody was hurt. How was I speeding?
You passed me doing 100 miles an hour.
Okay, so that's a speeding ticket, right?
Sir, tickets in the state of Georgia are criminal offenses.
I don't have a ticket in Georgia.
You do now?
I don't have a ticket offense in Georgia. Do now. And he just admitted on camera that he was doing over 100 miles per hour. He just admitted it. He just admitted to what the officer just said, right?
Cure and the deputy continue arguing, and then you see there the deputy tases Cure, and that is when Cure turns around and tries to knock the taser out of the deputy's hands. And as you see here, the two on the side of the highway start fighting. Cure then eventually knocks the deputy's glasses off of his face. The two continue in this fight. And here is where the deputy reaches for his baton first to try to hit Cure off of him. And then you see the deputy struggling as Cure continues to push the deputy's face on the back of his neck. We are going to stop the video right there. Jax reporter Marilyn Parker is joining us live from Camden County tonight in Maryland. I know you've been speaking to Cure's families moments after they've watched these videos for the very first time, along with their attorney this afternoon. Marilyn.
First of all, you're at the side of a freeway. Do you know how dangerous that is? You know how fast all them cars are going? Yeah, you know, when it's to the cop car, you know, you got to do the right thing. You got to slow down. But still, that's on the side of the freeway. That's that right there alone is dangerous. And what if one of them stumbled out of bounds and fell right into the road? Then what? Listen, man, you did 16 years. You was wrongfully convicted. You know what you admitted to what you were doing was wrong. The first thing you said out your mouth when you got out the truck, I ain't doing So you already told the officer you're not going to comply. You're not going to listen. You're not going to obey his rules. That's the first words you said when you come out the truck. When you know you're wrong, listen, man, you can't hold court on the side of the street. What? Come on, man. You're not going to win that. I know you've been wrongfully convicted, but at the end of the day, you a grown man. You are like 50-something years old. You should know better. You old enough to be my dad, and I know better. It's the excuses that they make when they know they're wrong. If you're saying to yourself, it's a simple speeding ticket, then hash it out in court. That's it. You ain't gonna go to jail for 20 years for something like that. Like you know what I'm saying? There's nothing like no severe crime like you did. All right, I gotta go to jail. All right, whatever, officer. Put the cuffs, go down there. Next day in the morning, get that cleared up, man. That's it. You could have been alive right here today. It's called accountability.
Yes, they say they feel it was escalation met with escalation. However, they didn't see any efforts by this deputy to de-escalate the situation. They say they did see their brother turn and get physical with the deputy. And take a listen to what I asked them right after they said that.
Is there anything you wish your brother would have done differently from what you just saw?
Not move.
Oh, I gotta say this. that lawyer right there, Benjamin Crump, whatever his name is, I cannot stand that dude. No, this is the only time. Well, you know what? When I do think about it now, he is a lawyer, so I guess you gotta do what you gotta do to get that money. But come on, man, damn, this is the only time we see you when it's a white on black or police on a black. That's the only time we see this dude. Otherwise, we don't see him at all. Hey, get your money, man, I guess, right? Get your money.
Moved to Georgia, in all sincerity. I wish he had not been speeding if he were speeding, because again, there was no radar. The officer was driving and my brother.
What you mean, if he was speeding? He said on the camera. Dude, what? Did you watch the video? He said it right there out his own mouth. He said it out his own mouth. I'm pretty sure you guys heard it. And he acted like it was nothing. Come on.
Passed him and he immediately got behind him, but they were unable to tell us how he gauged his speed. That's still a bit ambiguous at this point.
But they believe their brother, their son, their uncle should still be alive. And look, the video is out now. People at home are going to draw their own conclusions about what they saw happen. I want you to listen to this mother who's lost her son not once, but now twice. She says the police didn't have to say a thing to her Monday morning. She says it's a fear that she's lived with, and she knows her son lived with that fear as well.
I was uneasy every
God.
time he left, because I was like, will he get a traffic stop? Is he going to be a victim of that? Because from the time that he was released, he was never set free. I lived in constant fear. Every time the phone rang and he wasn't home, even if he was at work, is this going to be the day that they're going to lock him up, beat him up, or kill him? I lived with that. I lived with that. That is torture.
Some people also don't know what it's like to spend 16 years in prison for a crime that you did not commit. And I actually just did a search with the National Institute of Justice. They talked about how people who are exonerated go through a great deal of depression, anxiety, trying to figure out how to come back into the world. Coming up tonight on News4JAX at 6, Attorney Ben Crump talks about exactly that, the level of PTSD and the mental capacity. They say Leonard Kirk was triggered in this moment. We're going to break that down and have a more emotional sound from this family. They were incredibly hurt today. It was not easy watching that video and having to come from South Florida with a sick mother, and Leonard Kirk was just there visiting his mother. She said the last thing that he said to her was that he loved her and that he would see her again soon, and that's just not going to be the case. We're going to have more details coming up tonight on News4JAX at 6. We're live in Kingsland. Marilyn Parker, Channel 4.
All right, so they're saying he was triggered, after being locked up for that many years, knowing that he was wrongfully convicted. Not sure if it was insufficient evidence. I'm not too sure if you guys know. Leave it in the comments. But it's the idea. He don't know the cop don't know him. The cop don't know you was wrongfully convicted for 16 years. The cop don't know that. All he see is some individual speeding. Keep that in mind. The cop don't know you. And you don't know the cop. You could have been a career criminal. He don't know. So that's why you have to comply. This is common sense. And then the mom, yes, it sucks that somebody had to lose their life. But we have to hold people accountable for the action. I always tell people, there's an action, there's a reaction. And his action when he came out the car was saying, I ain't doing shit. And then what makes you think, all right, let's say you were scared of the cop, you're scared you want to go back to prison. So what makes you think what's going to happen when you physically put your hands on a police officer? What do you think was going to happen? Oh, you was wrongfully convicted then, but if you did survive this, you was going to go to jail for a while. You was going to sit down again for a while. You see, people don't have their kids. I can't even see the kid. He's a grown man. He's like mid-50s. Mid-50s. And yes, let's say if he had to reevaluate himself back into society, we know how that could probably play an effect into that. But that's what they have therapy there for. Counseling. Find somebody to talk to so you can readjust yourself smoothly back into society. You gonna get physical with a police officer and thinking it was gonna go okay? Did you see the way he was bending that police officer's neck? People keep forgetting police officers are just civilians that has a job that they're doing. That police officer could have a wife at home, kids at home, but we all know he has a family at home that he has to go home to. At that moment in time, that officer's head is going to be me or him. We got to stop, man. We got to call things the way it is and call it exactly how we see it. Just comply, man. Take your ticket, take what you get, and go on your way. It was like about a month ago. I got pulled over. Cop came, hey, pulled you over because you're going a little too fast. You had your license and registration. I was like, yeah, hey, officer. Came back probably 5-10 minutes later. Hey, you got a clean record. Hey, let's take it easy a little bit on the gas, all right? Have a good day. Let me off smooth with a warning. That was it. Why do we make this seem like this is the hardest thing for anybody to do? And then for some reason, no matter what the suspect or the individual do, they're the victims. He was bending that police officer's neck. Unbelievable, man. Hey, police officer did what he had to do at that moment in time. Especially, you can't be acting like that and trying to fight at the side of a freeway. You trying to physically fight at the side of the freeway with a police officer. No, police officer did what he had to do. Justice was served. You know what they say? Play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. If you know you were speeding, take the ticket. Or if you had to go to jail and spend the night, do what you gotta do. Handle that out in court. People always try to hold court at the side of the street. It's not gonna end well for you. Nobody learns this. He's a grown man. He should know by now. If that was me, man, and I did that many years in jail, I know I'm not breaking one law. None. Zero. Hey, man, that sucks. And once again, you guys see the video, I react to how they carry themselves, the disrespect the police officers. They don't want to comply. They don't want to listen. You have no authority over me. You see the videos I react to, man. It's right there. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. It sucks that he had to lose his life, but the cop had to do what he had to do in that situation and time. Ain't no telling where that could have went for the cop. Cop could have stumbled out onto the freeway, got hit by a car or something. Or both of them. Unbelievable, man, but they out there protesting. No justice, no peace. Ridiculous, man. Hey, I'd love to hear you guys think about the situation in the comments. I side with the cop, man, because you can't keep carrying on like this, man. All you have to do is comply to what the officer said. That was it. I understand you did 16 years wrongfully, but this is the real world you're back into now. I can't feel sorry for you, man. There's places for you to go. If you know you're not mentally ready to be out in the real world, find therapy, counseling, find somebody to talk to. Reevaluate yourself. I'm sick of people making excuses for every single thing, man. Everything is an excuse. You're an adult. Accountability. Responsibility. Like, those words have no meaning these days. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. You guys have a blessed day.